Hi there, I'm Catherine Martin, founder of QuietTime Ministries, and every day I have the privilege of meeting alone with the one who actually created me, who made the world. His name is Jesus, and He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And this is my quiet time. Something that happens sometimes when I'm alone with the Lord in my quiet time is that He will take me to an example in the Bible to teach me first about that person and then to show me something about myself. I've been thinking a lot about hope these days, and I've been thinking about how my ability to put my hope in the promises of God has really been, for me, a journey. I've had times when I struggled with despair and discouragement, times when I was just ready to give up or give in. And then the Lord will take me to a magnificent promise in His Word, and He will anchor me in those words. So the example for me this week was Jeremiah, and the passage of Scripture is Lamentations 3. Jeremiah was a prophet, a spokesman for God, called by God, chosen by Him as a choice servant of the Lord. And I'm sure that Jeremiah, being called by God, may have had a certain expectation of how things would go for him. Jeremiah's calling was a difficult one. He was called to be the bearer of bad news to God's people. And Jeremiah had a tender heart. In fact, he's been known as the weeping prophet. Well, Jeremiah watched the people of God captured and taken into Babylon. And now Jeremiah, this prophet called by God to be His spokesman and a true servant of the Lord, is beginning to fall into despair. And I want you to listen to his words in Lamentations 3, because there's going to be a secret for us of real hope here, and I want you to see and hear it for yourself. And I'm going to read it in the New Living Translation. So it's Lamentations 3, starting at verse 13. So listen to how Jeremiah is feeling as a result of great suffering. Lamentations 3, verse 13. He shot his arrows deep into my heart. My own people laugh at me. All day long they sing their mocking songs. He has filled me with bitterness. He has given me a cup of deep sorrow to drink. He has made me grind my teeth on gravel. He has rolled me in the dust. Peace has been stripped away. I have forgotten what prosperity is. I cry out, my splendor is gone. Everything I had hoped for from the Lord is lost. The thought of my suffering and homelessness is bitter beyond words. I will never forget this awful time as I grieve over my loss. Now, as you read these words, can you see what's happening with Jeremiah? He's experiencing a huge loss here, and he's wrestling with the Lord about it. He says, everything I had hoped for from the Lord is lost. He didn't get what he expected. Didn't happen like he thought. And he's grieving, and the pain is great. And he is experiencing deep sorrow, bitterness of soul. I wonder, have you ever felt like that? How many times have you in your life said, everything I had hoped for from the Lord is lost? Well, I have. And maybe it wasn't what you might consider a big thing that you had hoped for, but you were disappointed. What you expected didn't happen. So many things I thought would happen in my life didn't. And so many things I could have never even begun to dream up or imagine have happened. It's been a journey, a pilgrimage of the heart. And what I am learning from Jeremiah is that it is my journey of hope. because God is at work in me, both to will and to work for His good pleasure, according to Philippians 2:13. And God is in the process of giving me a hope that anchors my soul. You see, God had Jeremiah on a journey of hope, because now God is going to help Jeremiah get his hope to an unshakable place. Look at verse 21. I want you to hear this. Verse 21, yet I still dare to hope when I remember this. So Jeremiah says, I still dare to hope when I remember this. Now, before I look at what Jeremiah remembered, I want to say something here. God is faithful to help you remember His promises in the fire and darkness of your trials. And that's what He did here with Jeremiah. And when God brought His promises to Jeremiah's remembrance, Jeremiah was able to dare to hope. And here's what God brought to Jeremiah's mind. Verses 22 and 23. The unfailing love of the Lord never ends. By His mercies we have been kept from complete destruction. Great is His faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each day. He was saying, Jeremiah, I know you feel as though my love is gone, but my love for you never ends. My mercies never stop, even though you feel they have. I am always faithful. There's a new day always to experience my fresh mercy. Hope in me, Jeremiah. You may have expected prosperity, and though you don't have it, you are richer than you realize. And though you think you've lost your splendor, you have me more than what you think you have lost. Hope in me, Jeremiah. And Jeremiah continues on in verse 24, and here's what he says. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance. Therefore, I will hope in Him. Can you see it? This is how God moved Jeremiah to a new hope. His expectation moved from those things that never happened or happened, then faded away, to the things that can never move, God Himself. The Lord used Jeremiah in my life to show me how He is taking me on a journey of hope, moving my expectations from the things that are shakable to the things that never move, God and His promises in His Word. Lord, thank you. Thank you for your faithfulness in taking me like Jeremiah on this journey of hope, anchoring me solidly on your promises. That's my quiet time for this week. God bless you as you continue on in the great adventure of knowing Him.